Welcome to the Roar 3, the Breakdown Edition.
Welcome to my house.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rule of 3, the Breakdown Edition. As always, I'm your host, I'm Jeff.
And I am Rocky.
This is the... I love that name, man. Rocky.
Well, dude, it's a long time. A friend of mine on another show we did, he said, your fingers look like Rocky. I don't know what that means. But when he says sausage fingers, I was like, all right, I don't know. I see what you're saying, but
I don't know. That's a... Anyway, if you're a follower of either the Breakdown Sports Show or the Rule of 3, this is the new combo show that we're going to do here on Monday nights. You can listen to it on both. The Breakdown Sports Show, man, tell them all the places they can hear you.
Well, I say on my show, you can catch us everywhere, and you can literally catch us everywhere now. You catch us on Spreaker, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Stitcher.com.
The Rule of 3 is simple. We just have a real simple Spreaker account. You can also find us on Fox 97 under Arrow Collins' page. We get posted there 3 times a week. It is always fun. So let's get down to business, man. We are talking about the Masters.
That's right. Very interesting day at the Masters. Jordan Spieth.
It was an interesting day. It was like 2 hours.
Very true. It was 2 hours, and I guess the last 20 minutes was the most interesting.
Oh. I mean, if you're a true fan of golf, I'll tell you this, man. I'm not a huge fan of golf. I watch the majors. I always watch the majors, and then usually a couple other big ones throughout the year. But the wind that they dealt with from Thursday afternoon all the way through Saturday was ridiculous.
It was brutal. It was the wind was brutal. Jordan Spieth did the best he could until Sunday. Until the 12th. But even on Sunday, it wasn't bad. To me, of course, if you don't know what happened, Jordan Spieth shot a 7 on the 12th hole, and it just went nowhere.
Quadruple bogeyed. Watered it twice. The first one, you're like, okay, cool, hit it in the water. Not a big deal. He hit it in the water the second time. I thought they were showing the replay. I really did. Like, I was like, what's going on? And legit, quadruple bogey. He went from leading by 4 to being down by 2 in one hole. Because I believe at the same time he quadruple bogeyed is when the new Masters champion, I don't know if you've ever heard of him because I hadn't, Danny Willett. Willett?
Does he not look like the guy from Caddyshack?
He looks like a guy who definitely would be on Caddyshack for sure. I don't know, man. He played great. He did everything he had to do to stay in contention. He was even. I believe he was even going into the day. And then shot 4 or 5 under. I think he was like. That's the hard part. You couldn't really track him because like I had to go back and find out what he did all weekend because. Until 5 o'clock on Sunday, I had no idea.
Well, he shot a 74 on Saturday, and then he came back and shot 67 on Sunday. So he was constant. But to me, the thing I remember most about the weekend, the people that didn't step up and do anything. No. I'm talking about Jason Day. I'm talking about Dustin Johnson.
Rory.
Them two, Rory they
crushed
had
it.
Chances the whole weekend.
You got to think, if Rory could have stepped up on Saturday and not shot like 5 over, he would have been right in contention. But it was off to a bad start. I mean, that win killed people. I mean, Bubba made the cut. He was on the cut line. Phil missed the cut. Ricky Fowler missed the cut, which was really big. Ricky Fowler's my favorite golfer. And, man, when he came out and shot it was just miserable. Oh.
Ricky Fowler?
Yes, I love Ricky Fowler,
Ricky
man.
Fowler.
I root for him every majors.
Why?
I love his game.
One of the most overrated golfers I've ever – and more hype than anybody I've ever heard. in golf.
But I feel like you could say that with a lot of people. Like, look at Dustin Johnson. Okay? Like,
but at least he's in the top 5, all the time.
Ricky Fowler finished in the top 5 in every single major last year. Every single major, he finished in the top 5.
No way.
Yes, he did. Look that up.
No way.
Top 5. All 4 majors last year, he finished in the top 5. And then he won the Players' Championship. So, which people consider the 5th major of golf.
The 5th major?
Yeah, that's what the players consider it that.
No,
I just love Ricky Fowler. But, I mean, when you come out and shoot 3 over on the first hole on Thursday, and you're like the second group off the tee, it was gonna be a long weekend. He didn't have it. Phil, who was it that got? Somebody missed the cut because they grounded their club in a hazard.
That was. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I know. I can't. It was another big name. But
yeah, it was a very interesting day. Of course, Jordan Spieth, man.
So you got to ask the question.
Yeah.
Did Jordan Spieth lose it, or did Danny Willett win it?
Oh, Jordan Spieth lost it.
Oh,
don't give me.
He bombed it.
He bombed. He was 5 holes. He was 5 ahead with 5 to play, 6 to play.
6 to play. Yeah,
6 to play.
On 12th is when he.
So he had it.
Yeah.
Even Danny Willett said, I would have thought it's going to take at least a 6 under to win this tournament. And I agree with him. I figure 6 will probably be it on Sunday.
Which that's where Jordan was sitting at.
Right. But if Jordan was actually at 7.
Yeah. And I don't know. That's how it is in golf, though, man. I mean, it was definitely one of the biggest collapses of all time. For me, it compares to when Rory collapsed. And he collapsed hard. What was that, like 3 years ago?
Zach Johnson is the one that missed it.
Oh, yeah, it was Zach Johnson. That's right.
But, yeah, it was 3 years ago. But it was the biggest, to me, in golf, it was the biggest collapse ever. I mean, I've never seen somebody hit the water 3 times in the same hole. Or twice in the same hole.
I'm not ready to say it was the biggest collapse of all time because of how he actually finished after that one hole.
Well, the big thing about Jordan Spieth, and it's always been said, he bogeys one hole, he comes back and birdies the next 3.
Yeah.
He'll bogey one, birdie again the next 2 or 3.
Except last year
because
at the
he did it
Masters.
Sunday. He did it Sunday at the Masters this weekend. He had that before hole 12, he had 4 straight birdies. And then at 12, he kind of went downhill. Kind of went downhill.
Kind of went downhill.
But, yeah, I got a sound clip from it. I feel horrible. Oh, not really. I mean, dude, he's 22.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
Here's why I hated last year. After he won the Masters, everybody's like, "He's the next Tiger Woods. He's the next Tiger Woods." There will never be another Tiger Woods. Let him be.
He couldn't win as much as Tiger could.
He could,
He
but
can't be the next Tiger
right.
Woods.
But let him be Jordan Spieth.
Yeah.
Stop calling these people the next. Let them be who they are.
I mean, that's a problem that we have in sports in general as a society now. You know, who's the next Michael? Oh, this guy's going to be the next LeBron.
Look at Steph. I mean,
yeah.
He's the next Jordan. No, he's not. He's Steph Curry.
He doesn't play anything like Jordan. He doesn't play defense like Jordan. He doesn't get to the rim like Jordan. He can't even dunk. Like, I think he can. It's just really hard. But
on a 7-foot goal.
I mean, I agree with you completely. We got to stop with the who's the next this guy. He's just Jordan Spieth. He's probably the best. I would say this. Jordan Spieth is the best golfer. Oh, how would you say this in like a golf terms? He is the best recovery player in golf. He can get that junk in the woods, and then boom, you're like, oh, he's 5 feet from the hole. How did he do that? Like, he's the best at that. Except, when you put it in the water, there's not much you can do except put it in the water again.
And he really had a chance to come back. He was on 17, and he could have made that birdie and got right back into it. He would only been
He'd had to birdie 18.
right.
And
he
then he
would
would
have
have
birdied
tied.
18, but he was right there in it. He still had a chance.
No, I mean, that's why for me I'm saying it's not the worst collapse of all time because he put himself in position to actually have a bit of a chance. I mean, it was an outside chance, but he had a chance still. Where it was like when Rory was up by like 6 strokes and then went like 13 over on the back 9, and that is the worst collapse of all time.
Did you also see, I got to say, did you see the 3 aces on 16?
Louis Oosthuizen.
Where the ball bounced off the other ball and rolled in?
Yes, did you? Oh, there's a clip. If you guys want to find a fun clip to watch a Spanish announcer broadcast that ace. It's one of the funniest things that's out there right now. How funny would it would have been better if he would have hit the other ball and the other guy's ball would have went in. Like that is the one you want. Like when you're sitting up there and you're just sitting up there at the tee, he's getting ready to tee off, and you're like, all right, I know I've played this hole 3 times already. I'm on the right side. I got a left to right slope. I'm going to play this. I'm uphill. I'm going to have to hit it slow. Did he just hit my ball? Woo! Like, that's the one you want.
That would have been priceless. But
or both of them go in.
Right. Both of them go in like that would have been great. Both of them would have went in. But, you had 3 aces on that one day. You had 3 hole-in-ones that one day.
On the same hole?
On the same hole.
Which is one of the... Wait, is that the hole that Jordan Spieth... No, that was 16. That was 16 they aced.
They aced 16. You talking about where he choked?
Yeah, I was going to say,
12.
was that the one?
No.
That would have been the best. 3 guys aced 12, and then Jordan Spieth hit a quadruple bogey on it.
That would have been great. But, yeah, the one he did was hole 12, which was a par 5, I believe. But, 3 aces on one hole, and that one where it bounced off the other ball was just – it was fun. It's fun to watch.
It's luck.
It was luck.
It's luck.
It's definitely luck.
Like he wasn't sitting in the...
It's not like he's planning that.
He's teeing off. He's going, what, if I hit this on the right side, it'll slope down. I could bounce off the top of his ball. Actually, it probably isn't how Louis Oosthuizen sounds, but he's from, like, some European country, so he probably sounds really aggressive.
I'm sitting there watching Jordan, and I'm like, all right, he shot poorly on 12, but he still got 16. I can see Jordan Spieth going up and hitting a hole-in-one on 16.
Sure. How great would that
No,
be?
I could have seen that.
Oh, no.
happen.
I would have been completely blown away, but at the same time, not likely to happen.
So, saying that, do we feel bad for him, or are we happy he failed? Because a lot in society today, we're not happy that we're not happy when a superstar fails. Well, actually, we are. A lot of people are happy when a superstar fails in the big game. Look at Cam Newton. Are people looking at Steph Curry hoping they fail in the playoffs?
Oh, I'm hoping they fail hard.
Do you? Why?
Yeah. Well, we got an NBA show. We'll definitely get into that for sure. But a real quick, brief. I like to watch people who are supposed to win lose. And I know that sounds terrible.
No,
but not so much in golf because it's an individual type basis, and those guys are so classy, and it's a very prestigious sport and very highfalutin and all that good crap. And they're supposed to be dignified or whatever. If they were more like authentic and real, because there's no way Danny Willett is sitting in the clubhouse watching Jordan Spieth on those last 3 holes and going, I sure hope he birdies all of those. That would be great for his career. No, he's going miss. Oh my God, he missed. I'm gonna win the Masters. Like that's what I want to see. I want to see guys be real. And when it comes to like guys like Steph and that's why I hate Alabama football. I hate watching Alabama win. That's why I hate watching the SEC win. Now, granted, I'm a Florida State fan, so I'm a little bit biased in certain regions.
I was going to say just a little bit there.
But still, Florida State, when they won their last national championship, they beat a certain SEC team So I was happy.
Don't say that around somebody we know
Oh,
in this
yeah,
school.
we definitely can't. Actually, we've talked about a lot of things, him and I. We have never discussed that once.
There's a reason.
So last thoughts on the Masters. Was it good? What did the high scoring of the early days, because of the wind and the Jordan Spieth collapse, did it make it exciting to watch, or was it generally boring and the last 20 minutes was just good enough?
It was boring. And here's why. Jordan Spieth lived for 3 days. There was you're sitting there watching the Masters. Even on Sunday, you're waiting on somebody to come up and sneak up to him and catch him.
I had a dark horse. I thought Hideki Matsuyama was going to do something.
Well,
but he fell apart too.
Well, I mean, I told you. I thought Jason Day. I was waiting on Jason Day to capitalize.
He couldn't play the back
on
nine
the stuff.
all
No,
this
he couldn't.
weekend.
I was waiting on Dustin Johnson to come up and catch Jordan.
Nothing.
But no, what the sport needs is they need a Tiger Field rivalry where somebody is kind of sneaking up catching this guy. You need somebody. You need to have two people that can lead it.
But the problem is that there's no one person yet. There's not a one person.
Dominant?
Yeah. There's multiple. Because Rory could be up there. Jordan could be up there. Jason Day could be up there. Despite what you say, Ricky Fowler could be at the top of the leaderboard. Dustin Johnson could be at the top of the leaderboard. There's another guy who's really, really talented that I can't think about.
Bubba Watson?
Bubba Watson, yeah.
But the thing is, there's not that one great one. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of good ones, but not great ones.
I think there's actually more talented people now. That because it was Tiger and everybody else, but now you're you can watch a golf tournament and be like, I mean, how much more fun would that have been if the scores would have been in the 9s and the 10s, and Rory and Spieth and Jason and Bubba were all at the top 4.
Right.
That would have been more interesting.
Right. That's what I'm saying, dude. It would have been more interesting if all of them are battling each and every major.
Sure, and it
together,
happens.
And it doesn't happen often.
It doesn't happen often, but it never
all.
will. I mean, that's golf though. It's never going to happen like that. Guys are going to have off days. It's such a in your own head sport that sometimes you're off. There's no reason, there's no reason Dustin Johnson should have 3-putted at the U.S. Open. It just doesn't work like that. And I don't know. That's just my opinion on golf. I thought it was a really interesting tournament. I watched every second of it basically. It's bad. I think I watched every single shot Jordan Spieth hit.
I didn't, Sunday I was watching it and I was watching what everybody else was doing because I know what Jordan Spieth was. I was waiting to see if Jason Day or any of those other guys was going to step up, and they never did.
Danny Willett stepped up.
Danny Willett did step up.
Got himself a green jacket.
And he didn't look that happy at first.
I think he was so awkward because he knew Jordan Spieth was going to have to put the jacket on him. And I don't know if I'd want to be that guy.
I wouldn't want to put a jacket on somebody after I just lost.
No, but if you're the guy getting the jacket, you're like, hey, thanks, man. I know you probably should have won this, but you hit it in the water twice.
But to me, golf is different. It's more of a brotherhood anyway.
Yeah.
You're part of the fraternity.
And that's why it's boring. Because everybody's best friends. Tiger had no problem talking trash about it. Tiger versus Sergio Garcia. Now, Sergio Garcia couldn't caddy for Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was so much better than him. But it was funny when they would go at each other in the media and they would talk about each other. And then they'd end up getting paired up on a Saturday afternoon. And you'd be like, this is funny.
But there's no, and that's part of what people say about NBA now.
Yes.
There's
I'm
none.
a big agree with that.
Hey, let's take a vacation together during the season.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
you don't do that in golf. You don't do that in any sport.
No, I don't. I don't agree with that either. Which is why, we'll definitely talk about this the longer we go on with this show that we're doing now. But because I'm a big LeBron fan, I liked him better when he was in Miami and people hated him because it was fun to be a LeBron fan.
It's fun when you're hated.
Yeah, it's fun to be a LeBron fan and everybody's like, "Oh, I can't stand LeBron James." You're like, hater, championships, MVPs, man.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Who cares if everybody likes you? And that's the reason I don't mind Cam doing it. No. Cam, you want to be hated? Fine. But when people come at you after you fail, be happy. Be the same man you are. Don't change. But
keep letting them hate.
No, let them hate. Let them hate.
I don't care.
Hey, whatever. All right, well, anyway.
I think that's going to do it for the Masters recap. This has been the Rule of 3. As always, I'm your host. I'm Jeff.
And I am your co-host. I am Rocky. You can also catch us BSS Carolinas each and every day on Spreaker and iTunes.
All right, check us out for our next segment, which is our NBA over the weekend recap. Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. I believe every lie that I ever told. Paid for every heart that I ever stole. I played my cards and I didn't fold. Well, it ain't that hard when you got sold.